Thank you all for being here. Let's start properly by singing song number 6, Morning Has Broken. A good one to start the new day, the new year. Lined up for us to kind of guide us through the process. It is a ceremony, it's very much one that is proactive with all of you taking part, because this is about you. This is all about you being able to release the old and then affirm a new positive year for 2009. Now, I don't know about you, but traditionally, certainly in this country, we're encouraged to make New Year resolutions and make promises to ourselves of things that we might give up, like weight or smoking or something, and other things that we might take on, like the gym or a new exercise regime, and then before very long it all kind of fizzles away and we're not really keen, we're only doing it because we think we should, and all that stuff. And personally I find it doesn't work for me, and I haven't done it for quite a long time. But the way we deal with this in Unity is very much more positive. It has a deeper meaning for me. So it's instead of saying or talking about losing weight, we talk about letting go of the ideas that stop us from losing weight. So it's kind of going deeper, it's going into our belief systems a little more, a bit more, our thinking. Instead of promising ourselves that we'll do something and then not really, because we think we should be fit, we should lose weight, instead of that angle of working with it, it's much more affirming that through God in us we have the strength that we need, the guidance, the willingness to be able to do what we think is a positive thing. So it's a slightly different perspective on the New Year resolution, and I think much deeper and more effective. We have a burning bowl ceremony here most years in January. It's always our first service in January, and last year this was part and parcel of what we did last year. And so at the end of the service I'm going to encourage everyone, that if you were here last year, to come and take your envelope. Because it's something that we are handing over to God, giving to God, and being very positive about, releasing it. And it's amazing when you get your letters back at the end of the year, how much has unfolded for you that you've written down on there. So it's a very, very positive process. And this is because in Unity we believe that God is here for us to experience our good. Everything is geared up, if you like, in the universe for us to experience our good as loved and loving, whole and perfect children of God. But the message is not put out there. We're not told that, we don't believe it. But because in Unity we're following that process, everything is unfolding for that good to happen for us. And so we begin in the service by releasing and letting go. By letting go of any ideas or thoughts or beliefs or activities, judgments, anything like that that we feel haven't supported us in this past year. Anything that really gets us in the way of us feeling happy and connected and having a sense of a fulfilled life. So if we find that we're in fear, for example, about the economic situation right now, what's going on, and it's forever out there in the news and all the stuff, we're blasted from it left, right and centre, it's easy to get caught up in that. What I would encourage all of us to do is to deny that that fear has actually any power over us. It's just out there, we don't have to buy into it, agree with it, because we become powerless and our ideas and our energy shuts down when we buy into that fear. So by saying to ourselves, we deny that that has any power over me, I am a whole and perfect and guided child of God, I then open myself up to new potential and new unfolding good. So that's what we are going to do at the very beginning of this process, is go through a release time where we open up ourselves in our thinking, and so we'll have some time of quiet to understand what beliefs we might have been holding, what activities we might have been doing that don't serve us, that get in the way of us feeling whole and loved children of God. And there's all sorts of examples I can give you for that. All those negative statements that we give ourselves, I hate myself, I'm useless, I'm no good, I'm ill and always in pain. All those negative statements that keep us fixed and trapped and into ourselves, we're going to release those. And you've all got some white bits of paper, hopefully. You've all got a programme, you've got some white bits of paper. What we will do shortly is we're going to have a song, and we'll have some quiet time, and we're going to release onto the paper any thoughts that come into our heads that we want to let go of. So it could be, if we are worried about the climate and the economic climate, what's going on, I release my fear of what's going on around me. So just statements like that. So I am, anything that says, I'm a bad person, just get it all out there. Whatever comes to your head, any thoughts that you have, any activities that you do that you feel you don't serve you, that you want to let go of, and that you're willing to release and be free of, and there's huge freedom in this. Anything, you might find you get only one statement. You might find as you start to write down, more comes clear. It's not a competition, it's not right or wrong, it's just taking the opportunity to think. Allow the thoughts that come into your head that don't serve you, that get in the way of you feeling connected to God, to get them down on paper, to release them. And when we do this, we don't judge or blame ourselves. There's nothing, I'm really stupid, or how silly of me, or anything like that. We're just clearing. It's like a clearing process, getting it down on paper. We're using this as an opportunity to change our thinking. And then what we will do is burn the paper, very symbolically, very symbolic fire, burning through the transformation of releasing it to spirit, to the air. So we will do that as part of the process.